हेलो एवरीवन, हमने कंसोलिडेशन का पार्ट 1 कर लिया था। अब हम स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं पार्ट 2। इसमें हम डील करेंगे माइनॉरिटी शेयर होल्डिंग्स में। तो पहले यहाँ पे सिचुएशन क्या था कि हमारे कंपनी के पास 5 शेयर होल्डर्स थे। ए जिसका शेयर 30% था, बी जिसका शेयर 10% था और सी 20%। डी was holding 20 and E was also holding 20. Now what happened? The shares of A, B and C whole were acquired by another company called F. So total shareholding of F will become here 60% and rest D and E will remain the same. So 20 and 10. So here D and E will be termed as minority shareholdings. Okay. And 60% shareholding of F will be known as majority shareholding. So here the ratio of majorities to minority will be 60:40, or we can sum it up as 3:2. So what will be the accounting treatment for this? So while calculating intrinsic value, we'll take the share capital, reserve and surplus of the subsidiary company, that is company, and divide it into majority and minority shareholdings, okay, in the ratio which we have calculated here, that is 3:2, okay. And this holding of majority, that is 60% and 40% over here, so this will become as our intrinsic value, and this 40% will be shown in the liability side of our consolidated balance sheet as minority interest. Okay, so we have two accounting treatment for this. First, we'll calculate the ratio of majority and minority. We'll get the ratio and then we'll divide the total share capital and reserve and surplus of the subsidiary company in majority and minority. The majority portion, that is the 60%, will come as intrinsic value and the 40% will be shown in the consolidated balance sheet liability side as minority interest. Okay, so to make it more clear, let's solve an example. So here's the question. Okay, so as we can see here, this A Limited purchased 75% of the shares of the B Limited. So here A Limited will be the majority shareholder, while the rest 25%, it's not mentioned over here as 25% will be the minority, but we have to predict it. Since 75% is majority, so the rest 25% will be of the minority shareholders. So we have got the ratio of majority is to minority shareholding. So as per the question, majority we have 75%. So majority is to minority will be 75:25, or we can say 3:1. Fine. Now this will show in the working notes. Okay. So this will be our number 1 working note, and for number 2 working note, we'll distribute the share capital of the subsidiary in majority and minority. So share capital of the subsidiary company. So here the subsidiary company is B. Okay, so share capital of B is total 8 lakhs. Now this 8 lakh will be divided into majority and minority in the ratio of 3:1. So 8 lakh 3:1 will be 2 lakh and 6 lakhs. Fine. Also, we'll distribute the PNL, that is the PNL comes under reserve and surplus. So PNL of B, that is 2 lakh. So PNL 2 lakh rupees in the ratio of 3:1. So this will be 50,000 and this will be 1,50,000. Fine. We'll sum it up. We'll get 7,50,000 and 2,50,000. So we know the treatment. This 7,50,000 will become our intrinsic value. So intrinsic value according to this is 7,50,000, and this 2,50,000 will be shown in the consolidated balance sheet liabilities side. Fine. And cost of acquisition, as per this question, cost of acquisition is the amount of investment that A made in company B, that is 7 lakh. So according to this question, our intrinsic value is 7,50,000 while our cost of acquisition is only 7 lakh. So the difference will be treated as the capital interest, since we have made a profit over here. $50,000, that balance will be capital interest. Okay, this will be shown in the liability side as well, the balance sheet. Fine. Now moving forward, this is our third working note. Fine. First working note will be the division of majority and minority. Second, the distribution of the share capital and reserves and surplus of the subsidiary company. Third, calculation of intrinsic value and cost of acquisition, and finding out whether the company has incurred a profit or loss. Okay, now moving forward, we'll make the consolidated balance sheet. Okay, moving forward with the preparation of consolidated balance sheet. So consolidated balance sheet. Okay, liabilities, asset, amount. So we know the formula: add all asset except investment, while add all liabilities except share capital and reserves and surplus. So moving with liability side, we have over here share capital of A Limited, that is 10,000. So share capital 10 lakhs, P&L of 4 lakhs. We also have minority interest, which we have calculated in working note 2, and also capital interest, which we have calculated in working note number 3. So from here, working note number 2, we have minority interest of 2,50,000 and capital interest of rupees 50,000. In the liability side, we also have bills payable. So bills payable we'll add of both, that is holding company as well as subsidiary company. So bills payable of A Limited as well as B Limited, 80,000, 1,40,000. So total 2,20,000. Now solving the asset side, add all asset except investment. So machine A Limited, B Limited, 3 lakh, 2 lakh. Furniture, similarly both A and B, that is 50 and 20. Then we have debtors, A and B both, 11,30,000. This is 3. Then we have bills receivable. Investments we'll ignore, A and B, so 1,40,000. Summing up the asset side, we'll get 19,20,000, and summing up the liability side, we'll also get 19,20,000. Since our both asset and liability, both sides are equal, so we'll know that our consolidated balance sheet has tallied. So this is the question and here's the solution. Okay, so people, solve more questions, and if you have any doubt regarding this topic, please do let me know in the comment section below. And thank you for watching my video.